Welcome back. Finally, long-awaited video. I have had so many messages of people asking me when is this gonna be out. Sorry for a little delay. Today is Tuesday, 5th of October, and usually I do these on Friday, which was supposed to be last Friday, and it didn't happen because I was so exhausted. It just could not happen. So today we're gonna talk about Arnold Classic UK 2021 summary. What happened, where did I go, what did we do, and predominantly how it all ended up. So we started with a minor glitch in a system weekend before, which was pushing a bit too hard to the point where on Sunday was first day throughout this prep where I literally didn't want to train. Like, I walked in a gym, I had pushed myself to the point where I went through the training session, but I literally did not want to be there. So I made a decision. I went to Five Guys, had a burger, had some large fries, had around a liter of Coke, and felt great afterwards, which I believe that Sunday I went to just over 5,000 calories, which is very low anyway. I'm dieting 4,000 at the moment. Well, not anymore, I'm not dieting. I'm kind of in because I've got photo shoot tomorrow, but it doesn't matter. So my intake had gone down to 4,000 calories. And by the time Sunday came, those 4,000 calories were making me pathetic as hell. First time in a prep. And I believe it was also that mindset kind of started to drift away because I was already focusing on, okay, this is the end. We kind of gonna get to do things we completely ignored so far. So yeah, but decision I made was the right decision, going and eating that extra food, because I'm on very low fat intake all the time throughout my prep. It kind of helped me to get rid of inflammation. I looked better straight away. I did extra work in terms of pushing myself, doing my cardio and all those kind of things. Whereas my cardio was now just walking. I didn't want to put too much stress on my joints to not cause any inflammation. Then we moved on to getting back to normal as usual. So 4,000 calories on a Monday, following day. And I still went to work in the morning. I did some sessions with my guys, caught up with them. And then in late afternoon, I set off to Birmingham. Nearly 2-hour drive to catch up with Broderick. We stayed at Airbnb. Me, myself, Broderick, his wife, and Mircea with his girlfriend. And this is where we started our magical tour on Tuesday morning. So we went to Muscle Flex Gym, owned by Matt Tofton, who was competing in Arnold Classic as well. Great gym, great setup, really interesting pieces of equipment. Just felt right. I had a quick training sessions there, and it felt good gym. It is a very long drive from everywhere, so it wasn't the longest drive we made through the week, but it was probably the more difficult type, because on the way back we kind of stuck in traffic a bit. So Matt's gym was really good, welcomed by all the guys who were there for Broderick's seminar, myself including doing a part in there, and Dave Crossland covering the basis of how to not be an idiot. So when you get into trouble with PEDs and whatnot, how to get yourself out of that and what to actually look after, what's important, what isn't important. Some blood tests might come back and you might grab your head and think, what the hell, but in reality, kind of minor inconvenience, when some other things are sometimes ignored because there is just one red marker, but that one red marker might be extremely harmful if you don't take note of that. So yeah, it was cool. I really enjoyed that. It was our first out of 3 back-to-back seminars. So it probably was the most comprehensive because it was just information overload. All other seminars were more concise because they were later in the day. We didn't have so much time, and once you get carried away, you kind of can talk for days, to be honest. So we moved on. It was a very long drive. I was driving, so we set off really early. I got up early, I believe around 4 o'clock to get up for a walk. Then sat around 8, 9 o'clock in the morning to get down to Matt's gym. Sat back around 4, 5, so got stuck in traffic, got back really late, just exhausted, and yeah, it is what it is. It was a great day though, and I did enjoy all the week. All of the seminars we run were really good crowd, and that alone was worth doing all the driving and being half brain dead throughout. On Wednesday, we moved to Dean Madden's gym, Serious Strength Gym, Loughborough. That was more towards strength training based gym. So again, great crowd. Some of the Broderick's direct clients were there, big dudes. And again, really interesting questions, really interesting interactions. A lot of things were slightly different compared to Matt's gym, but scene was slightly different as well. So people in Matt's gym were more towards bodybuilding, whereas in this gym more performance-based guys. And yeah, we had a quick training session straight afterwards. It was challenging again for myself, being around on my feet and trying to just think straight, at the same time trying to kind of figure out my food intake in a sequence that I am most efficient at the time I needed to be. So Dean actually got a photo of me just sitting on the floor being like blanked out, just eating bloody chicken and a piece of broccoli. So it was cool, it was funny, but it was what it was. So I knew that's gonna be what I need to do, and I was willing to go through it, and yeah, it was fun. So we definitely gonna be back to whichever gym is going to welcome Broderick back again, because we really enjoyed all of this. I really enjoyed just learning, just being around someone so experienced, and just picking up little niggles all the time, like picking up little knowledge bombs that you don't get from any literature. You know, you can be well-trained, professional, but you cannot be educated without experience. It just does not happen. This is why we have so many people who are qualified professionals in whatever the hell they are, but they don't know what to do with that. They don't know what to do with that qualification because they don't have real life experience and they don't understand the difference between real life, academic research, and how they actually interact. That was Wednesday. So on Thursday, we started to feed me up a bit. I also had to do a check-in for Arnold Classic. So I went down there early, 11ish, I believe, weighed in at 102 kilos, which was weight limit for heavyweights. And 102.5, is, I believe, is super heavyweights. So I squeezed just under super heavyweight weight limit. And this time around, it was quite easy because million times I have mentioned that I had a leg injury, so my legs have shrunk quite a lot. I've lost 2 inches on my circumference on my quads. So making this weight was pretty much effortless, to be honest. Whereas before, I had made that weight once, and I had to literally nearly kill myself. I was so brain dead, depleted. I didn't eat for like 3 days at one point, which just literally just surviving on minimum amount of protein and eating as little fiber as possible just to keep my stomach empty to squeeze into that weight class. Yeah, I don't look good at that weight. But this time round, I easily made the weight. So we went for condition and I easily got in that weight. Straight after weigh-in, went home, ordered Five Guys burger, bacon burger. On that day, I do believe I ate around 10,000 calories or something like that. And So Thursday, just 11,000 calories, 1,300 grams of carbs, 400 grams of protein, which came from carbs sources, quite a lot of fiber, and over 400 grams of fat, 10 grams of sodium. Sweet Jesus. So and after that we set off to Stu Garrington's gym in Leeds, Leodis gym, amazing facility, amazing host. That was, I do believe, nearly a sellout, if it wasn't a sellout. People there were just insanely educated to begin with, which was cool to see, like some pretty much nearly doctors just coming in to learn from somebody like Broderick, taking really exquisite notes. Just cool to see that people are never stopping to try to better themselves to help others, because those people were those who are kind of coaching others as well, and helping others to kind of deal with health issues which come with PED abuse, misuse, and all those kind of things. I did enjoy that seminar quite a lot, even though that was the latest. We came back home after midnight. I did have another burger whilst being there, and I did need to have a nap in the middle of seminar just to pull myself through, which was cool. So but Broderick asked me to even pause at the end. I just recall now. It was interesting. So Broderick did his part, Dave did his part, and then at the end I did my part, and little pose down for everyone, which was cool. After 5,000 calories of burgers, I was starting to kind of look semi-decent. On a Friday, woke up, looked flipping amazing. This is a part where Broderick was really good. So it was starting Monday night, looking at me, okay, this is looking like this, looking like that. On a Tuesday, I can guarantee this is going to look like this, okay? And everything was playing out exactly the way he said. So on a Thursday, when a decision was made, okay, we need to load you on a junk food. We can't load you on rice and anything clean. Why? Simple. I know that my body cannot tolerate rice. As simple as that. Rice cakes, and I cannot eat them. I just get bloated. Like, I get such a distinct stomach from rice cakes and peanut butter and things that everyone else eats, that they just don't work for me. I need cheese, bread, and milk. I know that, and we just went with that. We did try to kind of have junk food, so to speak, in the middle of the day, so my stomach settles down later in the day and is kind of flat in the morning. At the same time, in the morning, on a Friday and Saturday, we tried to eat a bit cleaner food. So I woke up, had a massive bowl of rice, and I had a heartburn straight away. Ditched that. On Saturday, same, I ate a little bit less rice, stomach bloated straight away. So we ditched that. On this Friday morning, I had, again, some cleaner food at the beginning. Later in the day, I had 2 large Domino's pizzas. And predominantly just chilled because I was so worn out. I think Friday morning was when I slept in as well, till really late. I usually get up around 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning. And on a Friday, I believe I woke up around 10. So I had like 6 hours gone, lost, that I usually would have. So that's why on Friday we only had pretty much the same amount of food, 10,000 calories. Only 1,200. I could have pushed to nearly 2,000 grams of carbs on that day had I woken up earlier, but it is what it is. So we only managed 1,200 grams of carbs on Friday as well. A bit less fat, 350 grams instead of 400, and much less protein, 300 grams instead of 450. Again, 10 grams of sodium. Water manipulations did not happen. We just didn't do anything like that. We just rolled with what works for me. So I didn't load on water and deplete my water or anything like that. On Saturday morning, I had my usual oats with protein and some berries. On the way down to Expo, had some chicken with some bread, and that was pretty much it. So before stage, I had a carb drink, intra workout, mixed in coconut water to just get potassium high. Added 2 grams of sodium in it, a bit of aspirin, and just hit the stage. So backstage was run really smoothly. So by the time we got there, I had to be in backstage for a second coat of tan around 12. So that's another thing. On Friday night, I had to go to get tan around 10:30 at night, 11ish. So I had to get tan, then come back. And I didn't sleep well on Friday night. My sons, I went to bed really late, and I slept on sofa because all the tan on me and everything. So I just got myself covered in tracksuit and slept on the sofa. Woke up fairly early on Saturday, went out for a walk, had my breakfast. Then before setting off to Expo, I had another meal. By the time we got there, it was nearly time for me to get second coat of tan. So we kind of like nerves kicking in, trying to find a parking space because Saturday was sellout. But we managed to park really easily, to be honest. As I'm getting in, as they're checking all these tests and whatnot, and then finding where the hell everything is. But by the time I got there, it was all chill. So tan got done really quick. And it wasn't long until after that we got called out to start lining up for everything. So I believe I had 21 person in my class. And I haven't got any photos yet, I haven't got any videos yet. I have ordered official photos and videos, and we'll see when they come through. Probably upload them next week. But I had a first call out, center of the stage straight away, and then I got pushed out more and more. So where I placed, I'm not sure. There were 6 people or maybe 7 in the first call out, but I placed out of top 5. The only reward top 5 is medals. I didn't make top 5. It was confusing, if anything. I did not expect myself to place very high. I knew I had done the best I could have done considering the circumstances. But had I not been called out first in the center of the stage, I wouldn't be as confused as I was afterwards. But to be honest, looking back, they looked for different type of physiques, and my feedback I got from Steve Weinberg, general judge, afterwards was, you just need to get bigger. And I know that. My body is not built for 100 kilos. It's just not. I was power lifter, so I got like really thick bones, and my structure is just in need of another 10-15 kilos of muscle mass to look good compared to others who have tinier, smaller joints. So person next to me who is even lighter with smaller joints will always look bigger if we are in weight reciprocal class. As simple as it gets. So, but I was very pleased with the physique we brought. Definitely, probably pushed a bit too hard on Friday in sense of not getting enough rest for Saturday. I think that's where I could have done better, but that's a learning process for next stage. And I did take a ton of notes, like all the time. I do that and write everything down. On Sunday morning, when everything was settled down, Broderick did some caliper measurements with me as well, so I don't even know how much it came to, but my back was holding the most amount of body fat, which was obvious. And summary of all this is that would be cool to actually do this like a professional. To be a pro, you need to act like a pro, and I was doing this more just to prove the point. Look, guys, you don't need to kill yourself. You can still maintain your brain function. You can still run really exclusively busy business. and do other things, going out once, twice a week, and going away, like I went to spa and all sorts, and get in amazing shape. Last 2-3 weeks where I was slightly brain dead. Still nowhere near as I have been before when pushing to absolutely the ridiculous condition. That being said, I was in best condition I could physically get to still maintain my ability to run seminars, drive around, run business, give feedback for my clients, still communicate with my girlfriend at some kind of capacity, and all those things. That was the goal. The goal was not to win a show or anything. The goal was to determine how hard I can push myself without breaking everything else apart. Which is quite far, to be honest. Probably much further than most people could do. Which is pleasing, which is encouraging as well for future. So training this week is nearly non-existent. I just go through motions at the moment. Like I said, it's Tuesday. Tomorrow morning I have a photo shoot with Chris Bailey, one of the best photographers in fitness industry. After that, I'm going to probably pig out for a day or two. Then I'm going to go back to eating normal, kind of cleanish food, moderate protein, moderate to low protein, moderate to low carbs, high fiber, high intake of fluid. Because on Monday morning, I want to take my blood tests, being as close to my kind of healthiest as it gets. So, as regards to future plans for training, I had plan in my mind, but now I feel like that needs to go out of the window. That being said, a funny thing happened. My friend Andy Triana messaged me on Sunday, and we catching up. Not this week. He's competing himself in a strongman. Week after that, we're gonna discuss some ideas bounce from each other. But I'm really kind of leaning towards what I had designed for me originally, which is nearly 20 weeks of strength, speed, athletic-based training rather than just getting huge, because I want to maintain my health. The reason for me to diet was there were multiple reasons. So basically showing my clients that, look, guys, you're running business, I'm running business, you have relationships, I have relationships, you're doing all these things that you think is kind of supernatural. But my point was just to show, look, you can still do all these things and still get in really amazing shape if you are committed more days than you're not. Just make it important for yourself, stop feeling sorry for yourself, get the shit done, and just get through it, you know. That being said, I'm kind of wanting to get big. I know what I need to grow. At the same time, I do not want to sacrifice my health by just getting big. I've never used rebound phase after competing, which is like 6 to 8 weeks, to improve my athletic abilities. I want to get this lean because I know my appetite is through the roof at the moment. My response to food and training will be immense. I will grow like there is no tomorrow. There will be no drugs involved. There will be no supplements involved. There is nothing needed for me to just get ridiculous results at the moment, which was another goal of me trying to get as lean as possible. Obviously, one of those goals was to check how I look when comparing my injured leg to my legs that's actually functioning properly. Today I did a bit of leg training and there is still slight discomfort in between those legs, but we'll see how it goes.